Salut.
Hello.
That is hello in Moldovan
Oh.
and Romanian, which is important in this book.
Find out why on this episode.
Tune in right now.
Right now.
That over there, that's Chelsea.
That's Lillian.
And
this is...
this is the Book
Book
Coven. So, as you know, because you're an avid listener, this month we were doing book to movie adaptations.
We were.
This is
right,
our
you
last...
are, Lillian.
Yeah, thank you. I'm always right. This is our last pick. It's The Silence by Tim Levin. The book came out in 2015, and the movie came out on Netflix last month, I think.
Yep. Beginning of this month?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, get ready for this.
Get ready.
Synopsis.
Hot
synopsis. In the darkness of an underground cave system, blind creatures hunt by sound. Then there's light. There are voices, and they feed. Swarming from their prison, the creatures thrive and destroy. To scream, even to whisper, is to summon death. Deaf for many years, Allie knows how to live in silence. Now it is her family's only chance of survival. To leave their home, to shun others, to find a remote haven where they can sit out the plague. But will it ever end? And what kind of world will be left?
Whoa.
So
we should have like a hot synopsis intro, like the hot synopsis.
That's a good intro. Nailed it.
We'll get there.
Yeah. A new song. We can get Brandon on it. Brandon, get on it.
Get making a song. I want to hear it.
So our goodies today.
Ooh, goodies.
I made vegan or vegan, as my mother would say. Peanut butter, banana, chocolate chip, granola bars.
Yay.
Because, this is the apocalypse. Mm-hmm. Granola bars.
You're going to take your
sponsored.
handful of granola bars.
Yeah.
with you.
There's sustenance. There's a ton of good shit in there to keep you hardy. Mm-hmm. What did you make?
I made trail mix cookies that you are allergic to.
Yeah. But they look good.
Yeah. Because
And
when
that's
you're
what matters.
traveling, you're fleeing.
Put all the shit in those
bag of
cookies.
trail mix.
Honey, before we leave, we got to make cookies.
Gotta make cookies.
Go.
Go make cookies.
And then I chose to make a dark and stormy drink.
Appropriate.
Because there's a storm in this. It's very dark and stormy.
It is definitely dark and stormy.
And a dark and stormy is ginger beer with rum. Woo!
Crack in. Let's try
go.
it. Oh, Nelly.
Sweet God.
Wow. That is a strong drink.
Yeah, I accidentally put double shots. There's a double shot glass.
So this is double everything.
Yeah, double every. Oh my God, yeah.
This is going to hit you.
That's a mistake.
Wowzers. Good luck to
That's
us.
a mistake and a half.
Good luck to us.
Oh God. Oh, it's warm. It makes me warm. Oh God. Okay.
I was going to say, mine's pretty cold.
Let's get into this bad
Let's
boy.
dive on in.
I love the book.
Samesies.
Really good book.
Samesies.
Basically, what happens here, there are these fucking scientists who go in this cave in Moldova. See? That's the Moldova.
That's the Salut.
And they accidentally unleash these monsters. They're like little bat-like creatures that have been in there for who knows how long, possibly 1 million years. It's like this undiscovered underground cave. And they're freed and fuck up the world. Hardcore. They have a pretty good description of them in the book. I'll read it to you.
Oh, they do, yeah.
Yeah. Adults are around 25 centimeters and weigh less than half a kilogram. Their skin is segmented, pale, soft, and protected with a moist secretion. Moist. Which smells, by the way, apparently.
Stinky moist.
The wings resemble those of a bat, similarly tipped with a spiked digit. They are eyeless and hunt by sound. That's why it's called silence. Sound receptors cover the forward half of their bodies, both traditional ears and more sensitive vibration detectors on the skin's surface. Their mouths are wide and contain over 100 sharp teeth.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they're basically
Yeah, they look like piranhas.
yeah,
that
they're
fly.
like little murder bat cat
murder
things.
bats. Yeah.
And they fuck shit up.
Because, like, they're so tiny, but holy shit.
Oh, they
do
are
a lot of
powerful.
damage.
They kill people.
Pack a
instantly.
punch.
Instantly. Every time they see a person or they hear a person,
They fuck them up.
they go down in a second. And they become a problem really fast because they lay eggs in their victims, and those eggs hatch quickly, and the young grow up. They're pretty much full grown, like right out the gate. And they start with, I think, a few thousand of them, but when they're introduced to all of us and they start hatching, they're estimated to be in the billions.
Yeah, well, because they just reproduce like fucking madness.
They
You'd
can't
think
even.
that like one of the bacteria in our ecosystem would kill them, though.
I think eventually it would.
Maybe like they'd finally be. I mean, I know they're probably reproducing too fast to even like be affected by our bacteria yet.
I'm sure at some
eventually
point it will. That's just the laws of nature.
Yeah,
Something they haven't been up here.
Something they haven't been exposed to, which is everything, will kill them.
Gonorrhea.
Yes,
Ebola,
gonorrhea.
Something.
They're gonna eat the wrong man's dick.
Something's gonna fuck these little bats up.
They're gonna pass around the gonorrhea.
Yeah, so the world is overrun in just a few days.
Just a couple fucking days.
I think they don't get to England until page 168.
But that's
and
because they have to go
only
over the channel.
The channel,
so.
yeah. They go.
sense.
They start in Moldova. Europe is gone
Yeah.
in a day.
Oh, yeah.
And they get to England. I think it's 2 days after, 2 or 3 days after.
Was it only 3 days?
Yeah, because I think they started on the 16th and
Of
then by
November?
and then by the 18th, I think they're
Oh,
out.
shit.
Yeah, it's
Wowzers.
fucking, the world is gone. And I loved how the family, Hugh and Allie, how they discovered all this was happening. They both just happened. Hugh's the dad. He was out of town, and him and Allie both just stumbled upon this Discovery Channel program, which was the cave expedition, and they accidentally caught the whole team just getting mauled by
And
these
like they
fucking
both
things.
thought it was a movie at
yeah.
first, but they're like, that they wouldn't play this on this channel.
Yeah, and there was nothing really much going on about it. Hugh, worried dad as he is, he instantly thought, like, something right here.
Yeah, I need to go home.
Yeah. And
I like that he's a huge worrier throughout the whole thing. Like
Yes.
he's always doomsday prepping in his head. Like he's always planning for the
relate to
worst
that.
event. Yeah,
He's
I
my
thought of you
absolute
immediately.
favorite, yeah. I don't blame him. He's been through a lot.
He
I'll
has
tell
been a
you
lot.
all about
Been through.
Hugh, the poor fucking lad.
Yeah.
Oh, it's in England too. which I
Yes,
love.
I loved that. There were some slangs I just didn't get.
Oh, I got
I'm
it.
like, what
I
is
got
that?
it. And I've been into these places, so like I could visualize
see,
it.
that's nice.
What a beautiful place to have the world fall apart.
Oh.
England, the Scotland. They're
It's
all down
nice
the way
that
to
it was set
Scotland.
there because most things that we're reading and stuff are set in the U.S.
Yes.
like our next book picks and
Yes.
stuff. But
And the U.S. is already so fucked. So
and then you just know if the bats were there, they'd come to Canada too easily. And that'd be.
Although we'd get a few, we'd have some time because they start in Moldova. Where the fuck is Moldova? It's near Romania. I
in
think.
this book we have some time because of where they started.
Yeah.
right.
So we'd have some.
Some
And they don't like the
and
cold.
They don't like cold, so
we just head on
And it was
north.
November, so
Yeah.
we're set. It gets
Come over,
fucking
bro.
cold here.
Come over, bro.
Come
Let's
at me.
see.
Let's do this.
Yes. So this whole family, it is fast from like the second the book. I love the action in here. It's just go, go, go.
No, that's true, and it starts like right away. It's like so they're caves.
And
and
these
you're
caves
like,
are
what?
fun. Yeah.
Okay.
The next day, their vesps have already taken over the parts of Europe near Moldova.
Yeah.
And Allie's like, oh shit! I guess that was not just a movie last night.
Yeah.
And Hugh makes his way back. He drives over. Night. I'm so sorry. and then right away they make an action plan. The prime minister tells everyone to just stay inside, stay silent, because all they really know about them is that they produce fast and they seem to only hunt by sound.
Yeah.
So yeah, they say to just stay inside, and they all know this is fucked because they're not in a huge city, but it is still a city.
Yeah.
So it's not a good place. All it takes is one fucko next door screaming.
know.
So right away they're like, we gotta go to my parents' house in Scotland. It's remote, no one's there. And they go, they pack their shit. They get Glenn for the ride. It's Hugh, Allie, Jude, Kelly, Lynn.
Yeah.
They buck
And
off
then
and
Glenn.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Glenn. They start
Otis.
with 2 cars. Oh,
Puppers.
the pupperoo.
Odors.
He's like Allie's non-official service dog.
Yeah, like she kind of trained him to hear things for her, but like not properly.
He's a good boy.
He's a good boy. He's a good boy.
Yeah, so they fuck off right away, and the road already, non-surprisingly, the humans are fucking things up right away. They get carjacked as soon as they stop. But you never stop in those situations.
I know, but they have to pee.
I know, just piss in.
And they peed at like a service station,
just
right?
pee in a bottle or something.
I know.
Until you have to wait till they're somewhere really secluded, because of course humans are going to be crazy the second the world.
Well, because everyone's panicked, right?
Yeah,
and
we're
they want
already
to, and everyone wants to protect their own family. So the guy that carjacked them obviously had his own family, and throughout the whole thing, because none of them know really how to use guns, because this is obviously their first time going through something like this. So he ends up shooting his fucking wife.
Yep.
Accidentally.
And he's like, just get in the car, honey.
Get in the car. We're taking it. We're going. It's fine. You'll heal. You'll get better. I swear.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, it warms my heart just to see how disappointing we are.
Oh, like work together. It's funny because I was watching the movie with Brandon, and speaking of working together, and he was like, yeah, if you find a pharmacy, just take fucking everything in there, because you're going to need it eventually. And I'm like, well, but no, you got to save, like, you only take what you need or what you think you'll need in the near future, because not only do they go bad, but like other people are going to need the pharmacy too. And he was just looked at me, he's like, so you're going to die because you're thinking of other people?
I see what he's saying.
At the end of the day, you're still all in it together.
Yes and no. Like, I think 90% of the world, if something like this happens, it'll just be a free-for-all. Like,
I know, but it doesn't do you any favors to take 50 bottles of antibiotics, because you aren't going to ever need that many. So you might as well save some for other people.
Well, also that's not, because you have to think of the packing and stuff.
Well,
exactly. You have to lug this shit around. I wouldn't clear a whole pharmacy,
No.
but I would definitely hit the fuck out of that
I
place.
would too. I'd take like 2 types of antibiotics, but I'd probably only take 2 bottles, like I'm not going to take 10.
Like, we need medication or our heads just go nutty. So if I can't get my meds, fuck.
You'll have bigger fish to fry, girl.
That's going to be a bad time.
Stock up on the weed.
Don't ever unleash vests, please.
Or at least unleash them, but airdrop some weed so that we can at least.
You should bring some plants you can make a little grow up when you find a safe area.
Yeah, and that'll keep you quiet. You'll be you'll be super chill.
Here we go.
You'll be good.
I would do that. I would get lots of canned food, and I would get things I could plant again. So I can make my own little garden. And
that's true. Yeah.
I have 2 books. One of them I really recommend. I think it's called Emergency. It's all about like doomsday.
Oh, really?
Oh, they're so good. I have a plan.
Okay.
A plan in motion. Not really.
I have no such plan. My plan is hug Chloe.
That's cute, but you'll just die together, I guess.
Probably. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I have no. I'm not one of those people that wants to try hard to live. I don't care.
Yeah,
just let it happen. I'm good.
As soon as the Wi-Fi goes down, that's it. It's lights out for me, folks.
I can't make music or read or make podcasts anymore. Why even live?
Yeah.
I can't do fun things.
Like in things like The Walking Dead, when you're like 10 years in and there's just nothing to do. It's just farming.
You're like, fuck, I'm so bored. I'm so sick of work.
Yeah.
I'm just farming all the time.
I'm just gonna go kill myself, guys. Okay, bye. Peace out. It's been real.
It's been real, but this sucks.
I gave it a go. I'm out.
I don't like it.
Yeah. I think one of the best parts in this book was the poor sacrifice of Glenn and Otis.
Oh, I know.
So they had been driving for a while, I think less than a day.
Yeah.
The Vesps are already coming. At this point, they're in England.
Yeah.
And they're not quite where they are yet, but they're en route.
Of course.
And Glenn accidentally rolls his car down a little hill.
With Jude in it.
Yes. So they're both alive. Jude gets out perfectly fine.
Because he's so little, so he just...
Glenn, unfortunately, is trapped. His lower body is trapped under the crushed steering wheel. So he wants them to leave him but it's Hugh's best friend. He's
Yeah,
not
I
just
know.
gonna leave him.
No.
And so they plan to just hunker down in the cars until the Vesp pass them. Bad idea.
Right.
They hit. It's chaos immediately. All the people, they're not right next to the road, but there are cars near them. And they start screaming, and it's just carnage.
It's a bloodbath.
Dead.
Yeah. Which makes sense. I mean, why are you screaming? Not everyone's listening to the news, too. I think that's one of the major issues.
I mean, if you're getting ripped apart, it's going to
How
be
can you
hard
not
not
scream?
to scream.
Yeah.
So it goes tits up real fast. And Otis, we know that the dog is going to bark because it's a dog. It doesn't understand these things.
I mean, big mistake bringing the dog with you.
But I would.
I know.
I couldn't not. If I had a dog, I'd bring the fucker,
course.
even if it would kill me. I couldn't.
You have to try. Because
Yeah.
the thing is, they could have made it to Scotland before the Vesps even got to where they were, and then they'd be safe inside. They make their house soundproof. Like
they really fucking tried. These
could
guys.
have.
Like right as soon as they heard they were on. The way,
they were on the road.
I think where they're from, it's a 24-hour car ride or something like that.
But there was so much traffic that they had to off road.
So
because you can't just sit in fucking traffic
so,
for 2 days.
Poor Otis, he starts barking.
Yeah,
and all the Vests, they're hitting the car trying to get in. I guess Glenn hears the commotion and he nobly shoots off a shotgun shell to bring the Vesp to him. So he gets ripped apart. It's really sad. And then while he's distracted, Hugh makes a decision to choke Otis to death.
Yeah, to kill Otis.
Otis.
Oh, I know. I saw it coming, but I stopped reading after that. I'm just like, I need a break.
Yeah, you texted me like, I'm done.
I'm
for
done.
The day.
Like, I can't read anymore. I just need to go do something else. I'm gonna go cuddle my cat.
Yeah,
like I'll never kill you.
I think it was in Allie's perspective.
Yeah,
so
of course.
She can't hear anything, obviously, but she just sees her dad.
And then he was crying.
So everyone was
obviously
crying.
He's upset. He didn't.
Yeah,
you don't want to kill your fucking dog.
Yeah,
but if it means your family surviving, I get it.
Yeah. I don't know. I personally could not make that decision. I don't know. I would hope someone would kill the dog for me.
I'd like hold their mouth shut, like you bite me if you have to, but like do not bark.
Yeah, when the dog like pees himself too. When he's being shown. Oh my God, I cried so hard. It was rough. Please stop. Anytime there's a dog in any like apocalypse horror movie,
they always die, and it's always sad. Why you do this? They're trying to pull the heartstrings.
Yeah, so that was beautiful though. Really well written.
It was really necessary too. Obviously.
You care immediately about everyone in this family. They're all amazing. So losing any of them was hard. And then from there they go on to or they wait for a while for things to sort of calm down.
Yeah.
The Vesp never leave. I don't know why they thought they would just
they just kind of roost.
Yeah, like crazy
like
murder
they're like,
birds.
oh, I'm full and I've laid my eggs.
Well, yeah, there's some Vests that their job seems to be to just guard the eggs.
Yeah.
So they wait for a few hours, but eventually they know, well, we have to leave this fucking car. So they decide to go on foot the rest of the way.
Which makes sense, but holy fuck, wouldn't that be terrifying?
They had like
what if I trip?
I would trip for sure.
Like you're dead.
Yeah.
You trip, you're dead.
Instantly.
I'd be holding a rock though, so that if I make a noise, I can at least throw it somewhere else.
Yeah,
always hold something you can throw.
Yeah, because you don't know, like they sort of like I think at one point the wife Kelly, she goes right up to Hugh's ear and she whispers something, and one of the fucking things hears them. So they can hear that, but little scrapes of like people walking is fine, I guess. So they do eventually make it. It's a very stressful journey.
Yeah, and it's slow because they're taking their time and watching their footing.
Lynn is old.
And Lynn's,
poor Lynn. But they do eventually find this little cottage.
Yep. Which is inhabited.
No, it's habited.
Yeah, it's inhabited.
Oh, that's sorry, I'm dumb. So
you thought I said isn't habited.
Yeah. They get there's this poor old woman in there
who has no idea what's going on. Apparently,
she just comes out with a shocker. She's like, "Get the fuck out of my lawn! It's my property!" And they're trying to like, "No, ma'am,
don't say anything."
But nope, too late. And she gets taken out right by the front door.
I mean, it solves their problem. They're like, "Well, I guess we can stay here."
I'm sure all of them were like, "Ooh, but
yes,
nice,
exactly."
Drink pause. Sorry,
she definitely wouldn't have let us in otherwise.
Yeah, so they take over.
Yep.
And it's much needed because they didn't have really any supplies after their car got stolen and
they
Glenn
didn't have
got
too
fucked
much
up.
food, it seemed.
Oh, he blew up Glenn's car so his body
to be a
wouldn't
distraction.
Yeah. And also so the Vesp wouldn't.
Lay eggs
that was
in
nice.
him. Yeah.
Yeah, so they go in the cottage and it seems it's a nice paradise for a while.
Yeah.
She was in the middle of making dinner. So
I know,
that's nice.
so they got to finish her dinner.
Thanks, ma'am.
Yeah.
Kind of just gonna step over your corpse really fast.
Just gonna eat this.
Yeah. And they stay there, I think, for a few days. It's kind of a calm. Hugh and Allie, they have really nice bonding moments where
But they keep it at a whisper even inside, which is interesting.
Well, they're probably so fucking nervous.
Yeah, no, I get it, but I'd be constantly testing it because like you're inside, so at least they'd hit the window.
They have kids.
Yeah, that's true.
So
okay,
kids, people seem to love their children.
They do.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard anyway.
I've heard, yeah. I don't understand why, but whatever. So, so they every night for about an hour or so, they kind of gather what information they learn. The internet at that point is still on, so Allie is going through everything, seeing what's happened in the countries that have already been hit, what other countries are doing to prepare.
I'll see all the explosions and the riots and
although everywhere that's been hit
carnage.
is totally fucked. It's on fire. It's
Yeah.
war zones. Some militaries are bombing the cities. Some of them are doing things like making like a sound thing on a boat.
So they'd send out a barge with
speakers
with
and
big
shit
speakers
blaring.
making a really loud sound, and then they'd blow up the barge, which is super smart.
That's smart, but there's so many. There's billions of them.
Fucking many.
It doesn't even make a dent.
I know.
But they're trying, and they learn that they don't do well in cold. They just die.
I'd try and be Mr. Freeze and get my cold gun. You know,
I'm sure that's what they're working on now in scientists at lab.
Yeah.
So it's just interesting to see. Like, even all the cities that are overrun, the governments are still operational somewhere.
Well, because they're all in bunkers. I mean, even they said that the newscasters for CNN or the BBC, we have CNN, they have BBC.
Yeah, it's still running.
They are in bunkers, and they're kind of just saying whatever they can.
But that is not that they said. It's also not confirmed that that's
it's
actually
not,
BBC. It could just be some fuckers that
who
are
took over
broadcasting.
the broadcast.
So like there are still people around, and it's just everyone sharing their experiences and stuff. And it's really smart of Allie to she has this whole
she's documenting everything. Yeah,
she's like a little newscaster herself.
I really like that at the beginning of each chapter it put like it'll put an official news report and then it would put a tweet from someone so that or a Facebook post from someone. So it was like, here's what the news is saying and here's like how everyone's reacting. Which was cool.
The news was still always a little hopeful even when it's
and then everyone else was just like this
everyone
is
on
fucking
Twitter,
nuts.
My wife's killed
We're
the
all
animal.
gonna fucking die.
That
was pretty funny.
And she's really shocked about like how disturbing the internet got, but like, girl, it is already really.
I know it's so dark.
There.
Twitter's already a cesspool, and then
I guess basically it just turned into the dark web overnight. Just like no one cares anymore. You want to see someone get
there's no one moderating anymore
because
there's no point in moderating, right?
She's 14. She's having a rough time. And then Hugh does a little experimenting. He goes out sometimes to scavenge and
get some more food.
He tests their hearing abilities and stuff. What did he do? There's a good one. He did something to a vesp. Did I write it down?
What did he do? I don't recall.
Oh, the eggs. So he found there's this burnt building and there was the eggs there, but they weren't like hatched. Usually they hatch away. Yes. And then so he made some noise
and then
in
they hatched
instantly. So then he knows that sometimes the hatching doesn't happen right away. It's just if something disturbs them. He keeps trying to see like how far their hearing is, what their roles are with all the different kinds of vesps. He guesses that there's like echolocation because they can swerve around obstacles.
They did run into things like, but I think that's because they're a swarm. Like there were so many of them that they can't avoid everything.
Yeah. So that's cool. He gets trapped in a bad storm one day. And then, because there's all the thunder and lightning, the Vesps are just going fucking off the rails.
That'd be the best time to travel, though, is during a storm or when it's raining or if it's really windy, because then nature's making a lot of noise. So you don't have to really worry. If it's like a calm, quiet day, stay inside.
Thank God they're in the UK, because it's always raining. Here we go, kids. Let's go. All right.
Wind's back at it. Let's do this.
Yeah, that was stressful as fuck.
Yeah, I know.
They're just all flying near him.
Mm-hmm. And then he takes Allie one day.
Oh, Jesus,
and he's like, okay, well, let's go together. Or was that after the mom got attacked?
That was before. So that's the next part. Eventually, they run out of food at the cottage.
Yeah.
So he takes Allie to go scavenge for supplies further in town. Mm-hmm. While they're there, they meet the Reverend.
Yeah.
This fellow, he is just, I don't know, who knows if he's actually a priest. He's
I
just
know,
a guy
I feel like he
just,
just stole the...
and he has cut out his tongue, as all
as
normal ones. Yep. Yeah. I see where he's going, but a bit extreme.
So fucking stupid.
Bit extreme. You can still make noise, my friend. And he's writing down on a pad of paper, like, join my flock, join the hushed.
Join the hushed.
And it's really weird. Hugh and Allie are like, please fuck off. Mm-hmm. And he follows them like a creep. And eventually they turn around again and he's gone. And they're stupidly like, oh, well,
he's gone.
No, 100%. Like, I know they're good people and they're trying to retain their humanity. I get it, but I would have shot him.
See, I wouldn't have like attacked him or anything, but that night I'd be like, we need to leave. There are weird people here. Because if it's someone who's cut out his tongue, like and you can't be there. You can't stay there. And, they're gonna find you.
He was really into Allie because he saw that she was using sign language. And he thought like, ooh,
she can teach us how to speak silently.
And he was staring at her the whole fucking time.
You know, Google could also teach you how to speak silently. You don't need to steal this little girl.
It's just some crackhead off the street.
Oh yeah, he's definitely not the Reverend. He was just some asshole who found the dead Reverend and was like, I could do that.
I would have shot him right away. I'm sorry. I'm sure like it would have fucked me up psychologically to kill someone, but
it also makes so much noise.
Oh, okay. Well, I would have at least stabbed him. He had like a spear with him.
He did. Yeah, he did.
There's no way that I would have stabbed him and then took my family away. Especially if I was kids there. Like you can't risk this shit.
I don't know why they stayed after they saw him. That doesn't make any sense to me. I immediately would have.
Was it the same night that he came back?
Yeah, like I think it was the same night.
Yeah, so they're sleeping, and then they hit the house at night. They throw phones. They set up phones everywhere, and they start throwing phones.
They set alarms on them.
Alarms. Yeah. They're ringing, making as much noise as possible, which is a stupid attack plan.
Well,
but whatever. So Vesps overrun the house, and some of them are trying to get in. Because there's already so much noise, Hugh was just like, fuck it. And he starts shooting people, which is great.
That's fantastic.
They all kind of try to hide in the kitchen, under, which is the strongest windows and the less doors. But the fuckers are trying to break in and take Allie. And it's so action-packed.
It is, fun. Yeah. They end up grabbing her and they like slam a door in Hugh's face. So he like breaks his nose and chips his teeth and shit.
Badly, yeah. Kelly gets bit.
Yep.
And takes a rough tumble down the stairs.
On her shoulder, right?
Yeah. And little Jude, he's I think 6 or 7. He now has to.
He's trying
protect
to like
his family.
help
It's really cute.
He does a good job.
Yeah, they do a bang up job. So no one shockingly gets ripped apart by Vesps yet. They do snatch Allie, two of them,
run.
and take off with her. And because the parents are fucking down for the count, one's unconscious. Kelly can't run. Poor Lynn runs out and she knocks Allie out of their hands and then screams
to get the Vesps attacking
I think
them.
the Reverend and 2 other guys are there. So the Vesps start attacking them, killing them.
Allie gets away.
Yeah, runs back to the house. Yeah. And then they're wisely like, okay, we should leave.
Yeah. Oh, now you should leave.
But they're all fucked. The parents are.
They're so injured.
So injured.
Oh my! And Lynn obviously is dead. She sacrificed
Yes,
herself.
dead.
Noble sacrifice.
Again.
She was already ill though, and she was running out of medication.
Yeah,
she was
so
kind of slowing them
that's why
down.
She did it, but
she really wanted the kids to be
that
safe.
got me. Oh my god.
Also, okay, how is that your game plan? Like, we're gonna just go abduct this girl? You think she's gonna teach you sign language after you abduct her? No.
Yeah.
If anything, I just
God.
like.
I
just start peeing on them or something. Like something to piss them off.
It's the neighborhood degenerates.
Yeah, I know.
Let's cut off our tongues and make a cult.
Oh, and they said that they saw some of the other people, their faces, and it looked like
the fresh.
They were getting, yeah, they had like fresh blood on them, and it looked like
Yeah.
it was getting infected.
Oh, for
their
sure.
tongues.
You can't just cut your tongue out willy-nilly.
God.
Idiots.
Oh. You don't have to cut your tongue out. Like, what are you doing?
But you know what? Let them do that.
Soundproof
you
your
do
church,
you.
and then you can talk.
No, it's fine. Cut our tongues out.
Cut our tongues out. It's
Also,
God's will.
For sure, you would scream like shit if someone's cutting your tongue out.
Right?
It makes so much noise, but
How
you know,
could you
whatever,
not?
whatever.
We'll do when you're sleeping. That won't wake you up.
Yeah, so they get out. They do see the Reverend again, but he's badly injured.
Yeah. So he hopples away.
And he's just like, all right, I guess this didn't go well. All his
my flock is
dead.
I'll
Great
build
job.
a new flock.
Great job, guys.
I'll cut out their tongues.
They keep walking for a while. They find some other nice house.
Yeah.
And
they find some people who aren't crazy. They all agree to just go their separate ways.
That's kind of the way things are going to go now.
Yeah.
Oh, they go into a hotel too.
Yep.
And there's
they
people
get some
in there,
food.
and they're kind of like,
They'll stick to themselves. I
weirdly,
think that's how it would be. Mostly is that everyone kind of is just like, you do you, because they're all just like out for their family, but people aren't innately just horrible, so you wouldn't just start shanking people.
Probably later on, when
Maybe.
it really gets going, it would be
As soon as you run out of food, yeah. Because then it's like, well, I need this food for my family, and they're like, but I need it for my family, and then it's battle royale.
Yeah, things have not quite.
They're not. No, it's only been like 3 weeks or something.
We'll see.
A month?
Yes. Let's talk about the characters before we get into the ending.
Yeah.
So we got Allie first, main character, 14 years old.
Yeah.
I think 6 years ago, she was in a car accident that killed her grandparents, Hugh's parents. And part of her injuries are she can't hear.
Yeah, she cracked her skull or something, and she lost her hearing.
Permanent hearing loss.
Yeah.
So, but she's done a good job learning sign language. She trained her dog, to alert her to things. Her whole family's learning sign language. Lynn is like the worst one, but she's still trying.
She's trying.
And I love Allie. She's really resourceful. I think she would have gone to be like a newscaster or something.
Yeah.
Because she's obsessed with her iPad.
Yeah.
She's always got to know what's happening.
Yeah.
She's cute as fuck.
And she's super resilient. Yeah.
And just super positive after her injury too.
She's like the glue holding her family together.
A little stressed out with riding a car, which is unfortunate because they have to go on this long journey.
Yeah, in so much traffic, and they see so many car accidents. Like, I was getting nervous reading about all the car accidents that they're seeing on their drive. I'm like, I don't like this.
But she's a tough cookie.
Tough cookie.
Then we got Hugh. Obviously, I love him the most. I relate to him. He's the dad.
He's always
classic
worried.
Dad. After that accident and what happened, he just became such a worrier.
I know.
Everything, it's like, what's the worst thing that could possibly happen?
Yeah, that's what I'm prepared for.
Which I get so much. As soon as he saw that fucking cave attack, he was like, the world's gonna fall. I gotta get home. This is it, guys. He's the fucking best.
Leaving work early.
You need someone like that.
Yeah.
I love him so much. He's very protective of his kids. He loves his wife, and I appreciated how honest they were about their relationship.
Yeah.
Like, they still are very much in love, but they have 2 kids. There's a lot going on. Yeah. They're not really affectionate anymore. They haven't had sex in a while.
And they knew that, and they talked about it, and they were okay with it.
He didn't like go out and cheat on her. Like, it happens so much. So they're cute. Kelly's the wife, the mom. I guess she's the least character development in it.
Yeah,
there's not much to say about Kelly.
There wasn't much about Kelly. I mean, she was strong. She had no idea how to use a gun, yet she's carried it for the whole time because her husband was injured, and she wanted to help protect her family. So she carried Glenn's shotgun the whole time.
Yeah, and she's kind of sassy. Has a few jokes in there.
Yep.
Yeah, loves her mom. You know, she's been taking care of her mom for years.
Yeah.
Hiding her mom's secret from her kids because it's what her mom wants. She's a good gal. We got Jude, who's the youngest brother. I think he's 6. He's a little shit. He's always torturing Allie and doing little, sneaking up on her and
color
shit.
Your butt head.
Yeah. Classic older brother. Younger brother. Yeah. He still loves her. And when Lynn tells them that she's dying, he is he won't leave her side.
He's holding her hand. Yeah. Oh my God, he got so adorable.
I gotta be the man of this family.
Yeah, and he's trying to protect his family once his dad's injured.
So cute,
he's adorable.
Jude. Yeah. And then we got Lynn, boss ass bitch, the grandma.
Sacrificed herself.
Yeah, she's been dying of cancer for a while.
Secret battle.
Yeah, she didn't want to tell her kids, obviously, her grandkids, because, it's a lot.
They've been through a lot.
And then the world goes to shit.
The world goes to tits.
I think she tells them at some point in the cottage.
She does,
before the attack, and it's tense.
And that's when Jude is attached to her.
But you can tell she's always scout. You can tell she's in pain the whole book, but she never says anything, never complains. Love her, and she sacrificed herself.
Yeah,
which was so sad.
I know.
Sweet Lynn. Oh, and she's funny as fuck. She's always giving Hugh shit.
Yeah.
I love her.
And she doesn't quite know how to use sign language, so she communicates with body language and stuff.
Yeah, but she tries as best as she can.
Yeah.
There was Glenn. He's the first one we lose, so we don't know not a lot about him.
We know that Hugh is kind of envious of him. It seems it's his best friend.
Yeah. Glenn's the classic, I guess, better looking, more successful, he's cooler,
and he's super confident. And I think that's the main thing that Hugh admires is that he's confident.
He got into some fights when he was younger. He's a tough guy.
He helped him in fights.
Yeah, he's got guns and shit. He's the guy you want with you.
Yeah, exactly. When shit goes.
So of course he dies first.
I know. Damn it, we don't have Glenn anymore.
But I gotta respect Glenn. He died for his family, his friend.
Yeah.
And I put Otis in here, the goodest boy,
the goodest boy, sweet
Otis. And then the Reverend and his cult, who are
I'm so happy there was a cult in this book, even though it was short lived. Yeah. It was nice to have because it makes sense. Obviously, people are going to go a little crazy, and people try and find
fast though. Jesus.
Well, people try and find meaning in everything, right? So I think the part of the cult was that they were like, "Well, God's punishing us, so maybe we need to cut out our tongues," and maybe that's how they came to that conclusion.
I didn't know how they were going to sneak a cult in here when I first read about this, but there it is.
It was beautiful. It made sense. Yeah, let's steal the girl who can speak silently. It worked.
I mean, it's not like there are libraries everywhere where you could find books and learn sign language.
Definitely
it's not. Mystical
it's
thing.
Not like you still have internet and
you can learn
Google
sign language.
I
but,
know.
You do what you want to do.
Do what you want.
You all died. The end is kind of open.
It doesn't really end.
Yeah, they leave whatever house they're in after the parents are sort of getting back to it. The internet has gone down. It's in the gray now. They say. And so Allie, it ends with her iPad dying, but she's still, she's still hopeful that they know now that they have to go somewhere cold, so they're going to Scotland, there where it's cold winters, and it's going to be a long, hard journey, but she's hopeful. She knows that they'll make it. I think before the internet went down, she was reading about how scientists that had survived underground, they were working on things, experimenting, testing shit. So I'm sure.
And people were sending videos or uploading videos of dead vesps. Yeah, in the cold areas.
Moscow was fucking loving it.
Of course, of course. It's cold here, and we're just going around spearing them because they slow down in the cold greatly. So you can just kind of walk up to them and spear them.
I imagine in a few years they'll make some sweet frost weapons or something.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be dope. Yeah. So it's kind of glad they don't do some weird time jump and we see what happens. It ends. Nice. It's very natural, organic. It's just, hopefully things will work out.
Yes, that's exactly it. They kind of get to where they're going. They're not succumbing to their injuries. Like, they are healing and getting a little better, and they're still moving forward.
I don't know about Hugh, though. He hit his head fucking hard.
He did.
Is that just he was massively concussed?
Yes. Because a concussion can last a while, right?
He is not doing
He's
good.
Not. No, and because he's got nothing to heal his nose, right?
Oh, fuck.
Definitely broke his nose.
Did they get antibiotics?
I don't think
Here's
so.
where you hit a pharmacy.
I know, because she got bit, and you don't know what diseases they're carrying.
Yeah, so
right?
that
what new diseases they're carrying.
The parents are alive, but I feel like one of them
might die. I know. At any given moment, really.
Also, maybe the vest would naturally die out.
Maybe.
It's like a new species has been introduced.
Yeah. So you never know.
And then there's a whole thing where, like, even if they do kill them all, they must have wiped out so many animals and ecosystems. So the world is going to be
that's true. That's
totally
what they were talking about,
yeah.
that the world is going to be different because entire ecosystems collapsed. Because they killed everything. They're just a virus that was unleashed on the planet, right? So they're killing animals left, right, and center.
Yeah.
And, like, even just killing off one main bird species can fuck. Yeah, because then suddenly the insects become more populated, and now they're eating all the crops, and
so like it paints a really interesting picture.
It does.
Like,
it does. Like how are they going to rebuild?
Yeah,
when the ecosystems collapse.
I would be down to read a sequel. I don't know if this came out a while ago. I don't know if he put out a sequel, but
that'd be great.
That'd be sweet to read.
Yeah,
get on it, Tim.
Yep,
hop to her.
We're ready to read.
That's okay. So that's the book. Love the book. Overall, highly recommend the book.
But this was book to movie adaptation month.
Yes.
And that means we also watched a film. Are you ready?
Oh.
Are you fucking ready? Did you guys watch the film? Please let us know if you endured this film.
Jesus. At first, because I was excited to watch it. I was so pumped, and I did read. It was getting roasted online, and I was hopeful. I was like, maybe the internet's just
the movie, not the book, right?
Yeah, the movie. The book is well received.
I thought people on the internet were roasting it because it was just, they thought maybe it's trying to be The Quiet Place.
Yeah.
Which obviously that movie was amazing.
Yeah.
And like, if you haven't read the book.
But it's not copying
It's definitely
this one, the book came out first.
Yes.
So.
And I get if you've just watched the movies and didn't read it, where you'd think that like, oh, they're just trying to copy it. But no, the movie was just hot garbage.
Yeah, I see why the internet fucking hate. I was so sad because
it has a 4% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Well deserved. Because the cast, it had great source material.
Great actors.
It's not like it's some fucking crazy story that you can't adapt. It's a simple enough story. Yeah. They did technically, they had all the main things in the book.
They did, yeah.
And again, the cast, it has Miranda Otto from Sabrina.
Amazing.
Sabrina herself. And Kieran. I'm sorry, Miranda Otto is the fucking I Am No Man, the Nazgul king. I love her. So how is she in a bad movie?
She's amazing.
Stanley Tucci.
Yeah.
Great. And it's not like the acting was bad. It's just the script was, they did what they could.
I know. It was so awful though. Like 20 minutes in, I looked at Brandon. I'm like, this is bad. Yeah. I'm like, is it bad for you too? Because he didn't read the book, right?
Yeah.
So I thought maybe it's just because I'm comparing it or something. Like, I already hated that it was set in the U.S. rather than the UK.
That's and even the cave, it was in Providence.
Like,
that's cool.
I know.
I want to see Europe fall.
Exactly.
That's fucking exciting. That sentence could be taken out of context.
We love Europe, and that's why we want to see it fall.
I just want to say international apocalypses is cool. I've seen America go to shit so much.
So, especially on Netflix, especially in our theaters, because Hollywood makes the movies. I'm so sick of seeing like the American army doing things, because I get it. You guys have a big army. Put 60% of your taxes into your army. Great.
They didn't even get into, like, it was all in America. Like, in the book, it starts in Europe. You see how they migrate. You see them spread over the channel. Here it's just different states. Jersey, yeah. So and it never really mentions, I mean, she kind of reads on her, she does have a few moments on her iPad where you can see there's global oppressed, but you don't.
But they don't see
much.
like how they got there.
Yeah,
how did they cross the fucking pond?
It doesn't say how long it took.
Yeah.
It doesn't say like in the book. You read all about how, like I said, Moscow.
Yep.
Because it's cold there. They're fucking picking them up.
Yeah, and they were tracking
boats.
like how far they go and how in the amount of time.
Yeah. Who knows in the movie?
In the movie, it's
Who
all
knows
up
where
in the air.
Is it the whole world? Is it just America? I don't know.
I like that she started by saying like how, you know, when apocalyptic things happen, everyone has a story. This is ours. So it's like, here's our just little.
Yeah.
So like you don't have to expect the whole thing.
I know,
but we need more. And like, okay, one huge thing that they fucked up in the movie is the fact that big things would happen, like big events, like killing Otis and stuff. Mm-hmm. But they didn't line the music up properly or something. Like it just didn't feel dramatic enough.
Yeah. It all happened really fast.
It did.
And then
the pacing was terrible.
Yeah. The fact, like in the book, I love them all so much. I didn't really connect with anyone in the movie. No. I couldn't care less. When Glenn died in the movie, I was like, all right.
Yeah, we don't know Glenn.
He was in it for, I think, 15 minutes.
I know.
And then he died. And I get, a movie it moves faster than a book, but I have a little bit more.
I know.
He just came in here like, okay, guys, we gotta go.
And
then he died.
And then, exactly.
And choking Otis was still... It still hurt. But
he didn't choke Otis. He just let him out of the trunk. And they never showed Otis die.
It looked like
he hugged him.
And then he came, and I don't know what happened.
He like hugged him. Maybe it was for the people who read the book. So he like hugged him. So it looked like he was about to choke him, but then he just let him out of the trunk. And it had this like dramatic, sad music playing, but it never showed Otis die. So
that's worse too. Now he's going to get ripped apart.
Exactly. Like you choking him
It's hard to kill your dog, but he's going to get ripped apart.
Yeah, that is so much worse.
Oh my God. And okay, so she uses sign. I don't know sign language, but they barely used it in this movie. I don't know if it was accurate.
He whispered a lot.
Yeah,
like,
I heard a lot of people complain about the sign language.
Okay.
And it's like I know she can read lips, but even if you read lips, like people they still do sign language, and the other people speaking to them do sign language. Yeah. They never use it.
Yeah,
so her not being able to hear is irrelevant in this movie.
Yeah, honestly,
at all. So like, why even bring it up then?
I know.
It's just like, well, this is going to be hard to film.
Yeah, so let's ignore it.
I'll just put it in every now and again. It's so
inconsistent. And the hushed, like the cult, it wasn't that they wanted Allie because she could use sign language, because they even made sure that he knew that she was using sign language. Yeah. Like it showed him watching her use sign language.
It sparked his interest, but not really.
They ended up just saying like, we want her because she's fertile.
Yeah.
Like, ew, first of all. Second of all, you want her because she's fertile, but then they sent in a girl armed as like a human bomb basically. Yeah. They sent in a fertile girl to basically on a suicide mission.
Not this one though. That one, the other one's cuter.
We're replacing our fertile girl with yours. Like,
it's
what are you doing?
Away like that. I'm sorry if I spit on you. They just took away like the heart of the book. A big part of the book was about her learning about the Vesps as much as she could. Yeah. This one was just like, all right, I guess they're here.
I know.
Cool, let's run.
I know.
They did have a few additional scenes like
with Rob.
Who's Rob? Oh, the love
guy.
interest.
Yeah,
I don't care for him. I don't give a fuck about Rob.
I don't care.
He's just her high school boyfriend that he stays when she leaves.
Yeah, whereas in the book they're just friends. Like it makes no point of saying they're romantically involved.
She loses all connection with them when the internet falls. Yeah. And we'll get to the end in a minute. And they have when they find the cottage, it's a little bit more intense because it's fenced off with the bells on the top.
Yeah,
and then
so it's harder to get into.
Yeah, there's they have to go through this tunnel and there's a rattlesnake. That was a weird addition.
Why is there a rattlesnake?
And the mom gets bit right away. So she's out of the picture straight away. So the phone fight wasn't even a fight.
Yeah.
The Reverend showed up and that lasted like a second.
Well, and they kidnapped Allie, and then Lynn sacrificed herself, and you think, oh, Allie's gonna get away. They ended up kidnapping her anyway. So Lynn's sacrifice was not only for nothing in the movie, but then like the family had to go fight them off
outside.
So Lynn's whole sacrifice being mute was just, it drove me nuts.
Yeah.
Like, how can
also,
she,
like,
she's
also, like, in
grandmother.
the book, there's a really nice scene when she, like, you could clearly tell the bond between her and Allie is strong.
Yes.
They have a nice scene where she finally tells her, like, kids, I have cancer, I'm dying. And, just, you know, in the movie she does is she says she has cancer, but she doesn't tell the kids, I don't think.
She doesn't. She's
They
just
never
like,
have
we
that
should tell them,
conversation.
and then they get attacked.
So it's just like, all right, she's out.
It kind of reminds me of the movie The Room. Did you watch that yet?
Yeah, I watched
it. Where she's like, randomly, I have breast cancer, and it never comes back. That's how that's exactly how
like,
it was in the movie. Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah. I have breast cancer.
They have so in the movie, Hugh and Allie go into town because the mom
because they need to get
infection.
antibiotics. Yeah.
And they have a cool scene like in the store where they get let me know if you like it. Get ready, folks.
Oh, I can taste the banana. I fucking love banana.
I put a lot of banana because it seemed dry to me, but I don't know.
Oh, it's good.
And I put more banana.
I love banana.
Yeah, so there's a cool scene in the store where they're it's like there's a bunch of vests and Allie makes a noise or something and they start they put on the fire hazard alarm to
so that
away.
they can escape.
Yeah,
the
and then the
store,
fight in the rain, there's a thunderstorm, so the family goes out after Lynn sacrifices herself for no reason. And they go and they fight them in the rain. That's kind of cool, but again, the whole like the phone situation, they turn off the phones in like a second.
Yeah.
And some vests
know.
like hit the windows, but nothing really happens.
I know. They close the doors.
Yeah,
it's
the cult is gone.
Hugh never
in a
gets
second.
injured.
Yeah. It's just so fast and meaningless.
Yeah.
And then the ending, they go out and Allie gets in touch with her friend again online.
Yeah.
And he says something about the refuge.
Oh, so they end up going north to the refuge.
Yeah, I guess it's like a civilization that's surviving.
Yeah,
It's colder. And she's like hunting with her boyfriend. And,
Yeah.
and
Bow
so
and
it's
arrow.
more hopeful. But I like the book because it's just like, what's going to happen to these guys?
Yeah.
How are they going to survive? Who knows?
In a movie, I can understand why you need to finalize it a little bit more, but the whole movie was just terrible. The pacing was bad.
Like
The story, the things they emphasized didn't make sense, and then the things they should have emphasized more, like Lynn's death, they didn't.
yeah, they had no reaction. His friend,
No reaction.
Hugh's best friend,
Yeah.
sacrifices himself, dies. He's
And they're
like,
just
all
like,
right,
ugh,
we gotta go.
Next scene.
Yeah, Lynn dies. They're like, wow, that was sad. Gotta
Shit.
go.
Like the mom wasn't crying for the next. Like,
Oh, it's gone. Anyways, yeah, it was a mess, a hot mess. The only thing it has going for it is the vest did look cool.
They did look cool,
and
they got it
cute.
right, but they didn't. You know how they like their wings went out and they were just like standing there, like it never explained that.
So that was obviously the echolocation.
Yes,
but, like,
but they didn't say it. They didn't say we heard this in the news. They just like showed them standing there, like
and Allie and Hugh, they don't have their little talks about what they learn.
exactly.
So yeah, he sees it doing this, and he doesn't even react like that's weird.
I know.
Nothing. And they don't get into the eggs or how they
stupid.
spread. You do see the eggs, but that's it again.
Just
they don't
for a
say anything
moment,
about the eggs.
Oh my god.
Dumb.
So, but don't let the movie dissuade you from the book, because the book was a good read. It was, it was a quick read because you don't want to put it down. Like it just goes. And it was very well written. Like he did a really good job.
Yeah,
his pacing in the book is spot on. It's perfect. Yeah. But
This
the
one, it
pacing in
gets
the movie
a little
was,
quiet in the book. Boom.
exactly.
Madness.
He's just like, and surprise, we've got a cult, and you're like, what?
Dog's dead, and then boom, grandma's dead, and then boom, cult.
It's beautiful.
That's pretty good.
Fucking did good.
Granola.
You did good, kid.
Yeah, so I would rate this movie 4 out of 10, maybe.
Not even.
No.
I didn't want to keep watching it. I was so bored. Especially because what else came out this weekend? The Perfection.
Perfection, yeah.
And so I really wanted to watch that, but instead of watching that, we watched The Silence, obviously for podcasting. I have regrets.
Was so excited. And
Me
quickly,
too.
like 20 minutes in, I was like, oh. Okay.
I know.
I think when they glossed over Glenn dying in like 10 minutes into the film, I was like, this doesn't, maybe this film will turn around later.
I know. Nope. And they had such good actors, so I just...
How dare you do this to Miranda Otto?
Right? She deserves so much better. She was in Lord of the Rings.
She saved them.
She's fucking Zelda.
God. And Sabrina. I love them so much.
Oh my God. Speaking of Sabrina, I watched the Netflix promo.
So funny.
Oh my God, it's so funny. She brought her own cake mix. Are you serious?
She's still fucked up.
She's still fucked up. Like,
so for those of you that are lost, we watched this Netflix show Nailed It, where idiots try to bake and it goes terribly wrong.
It's so funny. It's like it's like all of us who see the Pinterest baking thing and try and recreate it. No.
So they had a quick episode on YouTube with Sabrina, Miranda, and Lucy, the girl that
Zelda.
Yeah. So they're all so bad. She brought a cake, Zelda. No, the one that plays Hilda.
Lucy.
Brought a cake mix, fucked it up. It was the worst tasting cake, the driest cake somehow.
Even though she brought her own cake mix in a box, she's got her glasses on and she pulls out this cake mix like she was ready. She's like, I'm not following the recipe.
Oh, they're all so bad. It
was so funny.
I love these girls so much. You shouldn't have been in this movie. Don't stoop to this. I hope you at least paid them well.
Yeah, honestly, because it got such shit reviews. And I've seen movies that have shit reviews, but I like them. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm pretty sure Dumb and Dumber has really shit reviews on Rotten Tomatoes.
So
but
many movies
it's such a good movie. Yeah, and I like all the Justice League movies and stuff, right? Yeah. And those have bad reviews. So I thought, hey, maybe it's one of those. Yeah. No, it's hot garbage.
All I can say is that don't judge it based on its similarities to A Quiet Place. Because other than the whole...
Oh, it is a totally different book.
Yeah. Other than the fact that it's two deaf characters. Like, there's...
Yeah.
Totally different. It's just a bad movie. It's all I can say.
Yeah.
Bottom line, it's
just
shit.
Watch A Quiet Place.
Yeah. Read the book and watch A Quiet Place.
Yeah.
Maybe, if you put it on in the background. Mm-hmm. Don't watch it. But watch it, but don't.
Watch it, but don't.
Oh, well, so that concluded book to movie adaptations.
Yeah, good conclusion.
Of this year. Mm-hmm. There are, other tons. There are
so many.
There have been really good book to movie adaptations.
Which one was your favorite of this month?
Oh, of this month.
Of the three, yeah.
Oh, fuck. I know, because in general. Jesus Christ.
No. Well, in general, The Shining, probably.
Like, favorite book to movie. Oh, that's hard. I guess 5 Feet Apart was the most well-done book to movie adaptation.
But I think that's because they wrote the script and the book at, the same time.
Yeah, so it's kind of a
yeah. But that one was the best because the movie didn't suck hard ass like The Silence and Pet Sematary.
Compared to Pet Sematary and The Silence, both the movies were shit. I guess Pet Sematary is a little better.
Pet Sematary is definitely better than The Silence.
But they're
definitely better. And then 5 Feet Apart is better than both of them because it does what it needs to. It is a YA romance. Mm-hmm. End of story. It has a beginning, middle, and end. Yeah, it has the tragic middle. Like, it
best
works.
Book? No, this might be controversial because I love Stephen. I mean, controversial between us two.
The Shining, though.
Shining. No. I just mean out of these picks, I think I like the Silence book the best.
Oh yeah. Yeah, of the three, I don't know. Pet Sematary was so good.
That's a good book, yeah. But it was Silence, so good. I read this book in 3 days.
You did. We had
fucking 2 weeks to do this, and I've just been sitting here fuck.
Let me talk about it. Yeah, you fucking killed it.
I flew through this book. I loved it. It's I love apocalypse movies. Yeah. It's just books. They're so shit most of the time.
I know.
Or it's the same garbage over and over. This one, yeah. I think not that Pet Sematary was still amazing.
Sematary
I don't know.
Was
this
so
one
good.
just got me more. I liked it.
Fair enough. I think it's a toss up for me between the two, and then I did like 5 Feet Apart because I was expecting to hate it.
Yeah.
And so I think because I went in with such low expectations, I was just and I liked that it was just a quick read.
Yeah, it was cute, but
it was cute. I'm not going to read it again.
Yeah, no.
But Pet Sematary, I might. I probably won't read The Silence again though.
Years would have had to pass.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
It was good, though.
Yeah. Dope.
But that concludes May.
Wow.
So
on
we
to
did
June.
on to
Sunnier
June.
times.
So because June is sunny, June is hopeful. I mean, and it's summer unless you're in Australia.
It's summer unless you're anywhere but Canada. It is still kind of cold and it's raining currently.
It's fucking raining right
It's been
now.
raining for like 3 weeks.
It's humid and rainy and it's shit. But because of that, we are doing travel. For June.
Yeah, if we can't live in the sun, we'll read about
it. And so there's 2 books for June. Yep. We'll post what each of them are. But the first one is my pick, and it is called Paper Ghost by Julia Hiberlin. Julia Hiberlin. Hope I'm saying that right. Let's give you a quick synopsis so that you get excited to read it.
Yes.
An obsessive young woman has been waiting half her life since she was 12 years old for this moment. She has planned, researched, trained, imagined every scenario. Now she is almost certain the man who kidnapped and murdered her sister sits in the passenger seat beside her.
Whoa.
Carl Lewis Feldman is a documentary photographer who may or may not have dementia and may or may not be a serial killer. Whoa. The young woman claims to be his long-lost daughter. He doesn't believe her. He claims no memory of murdering girls across Texas in a string of places where he shot eerie pictures. She doesn't believe him. Determined to find the truth, she lures him out of a halfway house and proposes a dangerous idea, a 10-day road trip, just the 2 of them, to examine cold cases linked to his haunting photographs. Is he a liar or a broken old man? Is he a pathological con artist? Or is she? In Paper Ghost, Julia Hiberling once again swerves the serial killer genre in a new direction. With taut, captive prose, Hiberling deftly explores the ghosts that live in our minds and the ones that stare back from photographs. You won't see the final terrifying twist spin your way until the very last mile.
Oh my God.
So, travel.
Murder travel.
It's murder travel.
Texas.
It's Texas.
Going on a road trip.
It is a road trip because most people who travel do road trips.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
You had to sneak in murder.
I did. I had so many books in my list.
It was hard.
It was really hard picking travel. And then this one came up and I'm like, that's it.
Yeah,
that's the one.
I was really torn between like fiction, like travel literature, or like nonfiction, a person going on some journey.
I didn't really, there was one I saw and it was written by 3 girls who like have their travel experience, but I didn't want to just read a bunch of white bitches who went on these like elaborate travel plans and stuff.
I definitely didn't want to get no Eat, Pray, Love.
No, exactly. That's what I didn't want. So I'm like, murder, we're good.
Here we're go.
Set. I was going to pick like The Alchemist, but you had like 9 holds at your library for The Alchemist.
To be honest, I know
it's a popular book.
I know, like when I Googled it, that was one of the first things that came up. It doesn't sound that interesting.
It sounds okay.
It's just some like little boy going across India, I think.
The other one is The Bird King or something that I was looking at, and that one sounds cool, but they only travel across Spain, and it had a lot of history in it, and I just didn't feel like doing research.
Yeah.
And I know you guys like murder. I mean, I think I know you guys like murder because you listen to this podcast.
It's pretty much murder. It's a lot of murder in here.
We have a lot of murder. You guys don't tell us anything, though.
Yeah. Guys.
Come on. We need to know. Do you like the murder? We can read other things.
Give us a comment. Give us some recommendations,
and some theme recommendations, because after June, I think in July we might do conspiracies or something.
Okay. Yeah, you pick because I pick travel.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. We'll get there. But June is travel.
Yeah, we'll post what my pick is. We're always gonna post the picks first.
Yes,
right away
for the whole month.
So you guys have time to read them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Catch up.
Get
there.
Get on it. We do it. You got it.
You got it. And then you listen and you judge our drunken ramblings.
Yeah.
But if you join us on YouTube, we'll have a monthly roundup for this month as well. Just giving you a very quick synopsis and review of the books that we did for May.
Yep. Ooh, no, I forgot what my language goodbye was. It was goodbye in Moldovan.
Oh, wow. while. You can look it up real quick.
Keep them
that
distracted.
Doesn't sound right.
Keep them interested. Go.
Please rate and review on iTunes.
Yes.
Because it would mean a lot to us. And we do love talking to you.
Much to us.
We hope you enjoy listening to us.
Oh. La Rivadere.
La Rivadere.
Moldovan.
We're in Canada, so we say things either very Canadian or very French.
Bye.
According to Brandon, I say things very Swedish.
Yeah, Swedish is a dope language.
It's a dope language.
Do it.
But I said hey do last time as my goodbye.
Yep, I did it. I'm not saying it again. Already exited my mind.
Oh, you've exited? You're out of the podcast?
I literally don't remember what I just said.
Well,
I'd have to pull it up again.
I don't even remember. Oh my God.
It's, if you're Moldovan, it's fine.
You'll know.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you pick a drink for the podcast.
This is a strong drink.
It's a strong drink.
It's really strong.
Wow, I drank so much more than you. Do you not like it?
Wow, I'm sorry. I'm getting to it.
Oh my God. How are we going to record our May campfire
I'll
scene?
finish this and then we'll record it.
Yes, we do the campfire ending. It is so cheesy.
So bad. We are not camera ready. But we still put ourselves on camera.
We put the best faces
We're on camera now. It's going to be
We're not camera people.
No.
But we do it. We do it.
We do it for you.
We're going to do... I don't know if you guys watch Game of Thrones, but our next...
I'm so excited.
Yes.
For that.
Our bonus episode 25 is going to be Game of Thrones. So if you don't like it, you don't have to listen, but you should because we've got a lot to say.
Fair warning, it will not be like a quick 15, 20 minutes.
No, I think it'll be
a
longer.
Full
Yeah.
episode, I think. But it's worth it. I'm going to go season to season because
I'm
I'm a Game of Thrones bitch. I just got a Game of Thrones
No, that's true. And it looks dope.
Love the shit.
Yeah. We'll post a picture of it because it looks dope.
Okay. We'll get right into it, man.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to have notes. Don't be sorry. Don't apologize.
You just be out. But we've had a good week, right? We've had some good treats.
All right.
We had a good cottage weekend.
Oh, that was fun.
That was fun.
Cottages.
I love Are we going next weekend?
We probably should.
We should go.
We should probably discuss this off camera, but then Pathfinder.
But Pathfinder.
Someday, I don't know.
Well, I think Brandon's hanging out with his dad, so we might as well just go to the cottage.
If it's gone, then let's go.
Let's go to the cottage. Okay, there you go.
Sorry, guys.
You gotta get a ukulele.
I'll get on it for next weekend.
Yeah.
All right. I'll buy one.
I have mine. I'll bring it. We'll learn ukulele. Yes, we'll learn Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and then we'll make a Book Coven song on the uke.
With lyrics and everything?
With lyrics. It'll just be books.
Coven. Bitches and books.
Bitches and books.
That was originally going to be the title of this.
And
Bitches and Books. But we thought it would be offensive.
Yeah, so we're the Book Coven. But just keep in mind, we're bitches with books. Mm-hmm. And that you should watch our campfire chat because it's going to be super cringe.
Watch and listen to everything we do. Bake along with us. Drink with us. Be with us.
Be with us. We hope you're drinking right now.
Yeah.
And if you're not, we hope you drink in the near future.
Yeah, it's a Saturday. Get lit.
It's a Wednesday.
Sure.
Oink. It's a Wednesday at like 5 o'clock.
Wink. That's just something in my eye.
Beautiful. Oh, thank you so much for listening. That was Lillian.
That's Chelsea.
And Auf Wiedersehen.
Yeah, buying that what I said earlier.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Yeah.
I gotta go click the button. It's all the way over there.
Hey, just give us a minute. Okay. Give us a minute. Okay, now bye.